Hello, everybody. Welcome to tonight's session of Another One Bites the Dice, Quelmar's very own descent into chaos and madness in the dread plane of Barovia. I'm your Dungeon Master, Tyler. With me, I have my four amazingly fabulous, wonderful, beautiful human beings who are my players. Yeah, look at them. Oh, look at them. Just beautiful. Look at that wig. And Nell rocking that wig. Who are going to introduce themselves, starting with James.
I am Zoot! I am Zoot! I am Zoot! I am caught off guard. I play a wyvern-born barbarian paladin who hates being both of those things at this point in time. But, he's got a lot of strange visions. He's haunted by the vision of a strange lion woman who cut him to pieces and destroyed all hope of humanity and happiness left in his life, and so he fits in perfectly in Barovia. Hooray!
Let's go.
I'm gonna popcorn it over to Kelsey.
Okay. I'll let you guys do it. Okay.
Hi, I'm Kelsey. I play Winnie Fatouine. She is now a level 5 artificer. Woot woot. Were we supposed to say anything else?
I don't know. James just dumped a whole lot of lore that the audience has never heard before. So, if you feel like doing that, that's great. Or you can just popcorn it to somebody.
Popcorn to Liana.
Hello, my name is Liana. I am playing the part of Willa. She is a bard, but she's no ordinary bard. She's a bard that kicks butt.
That has a British accent.
And just has an accent now.
Yeah.
After all this time.
I decided to do it just
Willa's
for fun.
finding herself.
Yeah.
Is this what happens when you sleep with elves?
You get an accent.
Catch their accent.
You do. Yeah.
I'm Nell. I play Lady Isadora Mariana Coletta Louise de Carlisle. I am a 4th level Twilight Cleric of Corellin because I like being pretty and I like being outside at night. That's the tenets of my personality. And I am also now a level 1 Monster Slayer because the new triact of my personality is I want to kill monsters. The accent is really, I'm going to have to get into it today. It's really not coming very well. I'm going to find it.
Love it.
Oh boy.
Well, thanks, you four. Let's recap, shall we?
No. We don't have to.
So, last session began
Damn it.
with our players, our lovely, beautiful, sweet, sweet, sweet players, realizing that they make choices and those choices have consequences.
Oh, now you sound like Kevin.
As the two vampiric representatives from Castle Ravenloft made their presence known in the town of Vallaki, Escher and Ludmilla called upon a horde of vampire spawn from somewhere nearby within the village. You didn't really get into it or investigate it anyway. You just kind of ran, which is probably a good call. And set them upon the villagers, the citizens of the town. So you tried to run, tried to flee, and head to the inn to grab Irina and protect her from this swarm of vampire spawn. Zoot, you decided to hold your ground and try to do some saving.
That was your choice.
You stayed. Y'all stayed with him. Good on you. Tried a couple rounds of combat until Zoot was bitten, and you realized just how much damage / life draining capabilities these creatures could deal, and you very quickly disengaged and noped the fuck out of there.
It sucked.
Literally, it sucked. Literally,
I healed him, but I asked for consent first.
Yes, you did.
Correct.
But
As you should.
You were then chased and successfully made it through the streets of Vallaki, those few blocks up to the Blue Water Inn, and got inside. You scurried back out onto the streets after going through the stables of the Martikovs' home. They barricaded themselves in the bedrooms, and you stealthed towards the western gate and were about to leave the city until the sky turned black and a giant flaming horse of shadows descended from the sky and was ridden by Count Strahd von Zarevich, who you met
I
for the
hated
first
that
time.
part.
Landed on the rooftop of the Church of St. Andrew, leapt onto the ground, dismounted, walked into the church, dragged the priest out, tried to get Irina to go with him. Irina refused. Isadora attempted to insert herself into the situation.
I have a big mouth and I don't know how to use it.
Sounds like you do know how to use it.
Resulting in Strahd snapping the neck of Father Lucian and destroying the bones of Saint Andrel, the holy relics that were meant to keep Irina safe, by sanctifying the church space when they were to be returned. The bones that you had heard about your first couple hours in Vallaki, but managed to leave it for a long enough time that they were not restored to their proper
We got
place.
arrested. That really got us
And
off
you
our
watched
jobs.
as this dreadlord reduced these holy relics that would sanctify and consecrate a space into ash. He flies off, leaves the city. You trek out to Old Jenny,
Oh my gosh, old Jenny.
southwest of the town. You had some really great dreams, right, everybody? Really good ones. Offered you some information, some challenges, some potential for answers. Finding them with Jenny, finding them with the Vistani, elsewhere in the realm. You get to Jenny, you proceed to ask her some questions, and she reveals to you some things. Isadora, she revealed the nature of your bargain with the hags. Do you remember what the mechanics of those bargains that you made are?
Oh yeah. I mean, the one that's been in play is I can only heal half from any healing source. At night, I only get a hit die. I don't get back to full. And the new one is I only get 2 death saves. Baby.
Yeah. So
Everything
so
is
you found
awesome.
out that is the that is indeed what your breath and your last breath being owned by the hag means. And she also offered you some information. She gave you, Winnie, some information about the Fanes of Barovia, some more background into these sort of mysterious ladies 3 who once ruled the land, these ancient beings who were driven out by Strahd. But she believes that restoring these ladies to their sort of rightful place may be the key to severing his connection with the land. And she offered you some aid. She offered you a ridiculous discount on some healing potions, like below rock bottom
Absurd.
prices.
Incredible.
Ridiculous.
It was a great day.
Clearly, she does not give a shit about money. And a stack of papers. The first chapter, noted, of a tome that is kept securely at the Wizard of Wine's vineyard, the place you were told Irwin's family resides. Left her. So here you are. This beautiful, beautiful party of 4, outside of Jenny's hovel, with a few different paths laid before you, and a wealth of information at your fingertips. Where are you going? What are you doing?
What shape is the hovel?
What shape is it?
Yeah, is it like it's just like a boxy house?
It is like a dugout near the road.
But
Think
it's
like-
not square shaped.
Think like Hobbit Hole. It is not square shaped.
It's round shaped. Okay. That's important information.
I run back in and throw a letter at her and say, please give this to the next person going to Barovia, the town, not the city, thank you. I run back out. I think we want to go to the Vistani? Is that correct, Willa? I think on our long alphabetical to-do list, V for Vistani somehow got moved up to E for Bistani. We're calling them the Bistani so that it falls in the order right. Right? Right. Not Cockney, I'm proper. Jesus.
Yeah. We can just use. I'm looking for a Casimir, so we can just use that. That's the C. So that's in order.
And that's also the winery is that way.
I don't know where we are. I'm really bad. I have a bad sense of direction. I just kind of go where I feel I should go.
Does anybody have anything other than the Vistoni on their list up next?
Where was Destroy Strahd on the list?
Very bottom. We have a lot to check off before we get to that one.
Okay, well, we might want to add some of these shrines to it if we want a chance at succeeding on that one. Now, they are scattered about the land, I think, so we can definitely maybe...
I believe the Vistani were close, which is why they were next.
Yeah.
Trying to find the map. Yeah, I think the Vistoni and the winery were the next two because they're closest. And then your Fanes along with the sword and the book and the wizard we're looking for. Yeah, no, the map doesn't help. This fucking map. Fuck this fucking map. Let's just walk. We're behind a lake, right? We'll walk till we see a big body of water. That's a lake. That's Vistani. That's all I've got.
Can I use Guiding Hand to take me to the Vistani camp with Casimir?
You cast Guiding Hand, and
Yeah.
it sort of drifts about 10 feet in front of you, the sort of spectral hand.
I attack it.
No, stop.
Roll an attack.
Let it be.
Willa, do you try to stop him physically?
Hell yeah!
Okay, give me...
I pulled out a beef jerky stick.
Willa, give me a dexterity check. Zoot, roll me an attack.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a natural 20 on that
Okay.
attack of the guiding hand.
Yep. Well, Willa,
Yeah.
dex check?
I'm not, like, do I even, like, try?
Well,
like,
give me...
ew.
If you get a natural 20, it may...
I got a 19 plus 2,
No.
21.
Well, my attack would have been
Yeah, 4.
28,
Yeah.
actually.
So, yeah, so he...
bonus.
Zoot, is this with your halberd, I'm assuming?
Oh, it is again! Ha! Ha!
Yep, Zoot sort of swings
Ah!
out. Hand disappears.
I thought that thing was done for. You're welcome.
I walked 10 feet
Zoot, we
ahead.
needed that. Zoot.
You gonna cast it again?
Shit!
I mean, it's gone.
Dude,
It very sort of gently drifted in a single, like, you barely had a chance to tell where it started to bleed until a wyvern born with a halberd just chopped it to pieces.
Dude,
Huh.
that's me. I'm doing that.
Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot it. You haven't done that in like a week.
I know, it's been a while.
I forgot that
Yeah.
that was you.
Well, it's real weird looking now.
No, it was weird. It was weird looking before at the weird house.
Yeah. It usually looks a bit better. And it's scary.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try it again because it just shows us the direction we're supposed to go in.
I won't hit it. I promise.
Okay, that's fine. I cast it again.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I'll give
It
you know, any guidance. You're fine.
it drifts south. Sort of on the road towards the southwest, but not back towards where you think sort of the directions that you'd been given in town of where the Vistani are made it seem as if they were kind of immediately due south of the city. But as you've sort of gone along the westward path outside the walls, you recognize that there is a bit of a footpath that sort of breaks off from the road. And the hand sort of turns you down that path and leads you through the woods and
This is
onto
nice.
a sort of bright, for as bright as an overcast sky can be. Sort of the tree cover kind of parts a little bit. And there appears to be a bit of a clearing. I need all of you, including Irina, to roll a perception check for me.
17 plus 7 is 24. I am the Watcher.
Jesus. 20.
$18.
Manny? You're muted, Kels.
13. I forgot how to do math.
Thank you. Zoot and Isadora, you recognize sort of blue-tipped ravens circling above your heads.
I blow a kiss.
You
I
you
think
take
we're
out your
friends.
halberd.
Are we hungry? Do we want breakfast? Or lunch? I can't even tell what time it is. Did it get brighter? That means it's morning, right? I hate this place.
Let's not kill them. Again.
Yeah, what? Kill what?
Our fine feathered friends are back.
Bird.
Oh. Okay. Should we do anything?
I don't think so. We think they're friendly. And even if they aren't, at this point, what are we going to do about it? Kill every bird we see? We're kind of alive because Strahd hasn't decided to kill us yet. We might as well ride that wave as far as it gets us.
I was thinking about that actually. I don't think the birds are the devil, because if he is the land, they are the sky.
You know what, Zoot? That makes a lot of sense.
Does it? I wasn't actually really sure
Yeah.
about that.
No. Yeah,
I like it.
I like it too.
I think it's a good
Yeah.
idea.
Poetic. Have you ever thought about writing music?
No.
You should write a song sometime.
No.
Collab.
No.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Mm-hmm.
It's nice.
Plus, if the birds were
I think that there's
Strahd, then
one
he would
thing
have
in
just
this
come and
world that
taken
doesn't want to
Irina.
kill us. Yeah.
We have Irina. He knows where she is. I feel like that.
Man, but that's what I'm saying. He could have taken her in the city, in Vallaki, when he stood and stared at us and yelled at us, and he didn't. So there's some reason why he hasn't.
Maybe he likes
done
to
it,
play with his
isn't doing it.
food.
That makes sense as well.
It seems as if he could always just take me, and he never has. He wants me to want to be with him. And as long as I keep refusing, it does not mean he will stop terrorizing me and my family, of course, but he has yet to forcibly take me to the castle, which I know is with power. Yes,
Yes. So that's good. And maybe the birds aren't evil. Those are 2 good things today. And there's sun on this path. 3 good things. Today is going to be a good day.
Oh, it is breakfast time.
I have no rations, but 30 bottles of perfume if you want to drink one.
Now let's just keep moving.
All right.
You continue down this path. And you hear
Round what? 3, 4?
Ooh. No, I don't like that.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast 8 on the other 3.
and you watch as from on the path before you, a familiar black carriage with 2 large black horses sort of breaks through the woods.
It's your hubby.
The horses rear back
Do I need to take better notes? Does Ismark have a
in
black
front of you
carriage?
as you come upon it, stopping suddenly. The horses rear back. There is no driver. And the black carriage, 2 large black horses, just sort of sit blocking the path before you. And Irina sort of puts her hand down on her sword, and you can see Isadora. She sort of puts her hand on your shoulder and just squeezes you.
I am casting 8 on the other 3. I'm standing by that choice.
Who? I'm gonna send message. Who? Do we know this person? Do we? Who is this?
There's no one in the carriage, or there's no one like
There's
driving
no one
the carriage?
outside on the driver's seat. It's
Right.
just the horses.
I'm going to cast guidance
Why
on
don't y'all want to
myself.
roll a history check?
Yes.
Okay, why don't
Yes,
y'all roll?
I do,
Why don't y'all
Tyler,
roll a
thank
history
you.
check?
Thank you. Thank you. Oh no, I don't know shit. It's been a long week, guys.
12.
I do take notes, just on the wrong things.
Anything James doesn't remember, Zoot definitely doesn't remember.
That's kind of where I
That's
am
fair.
with the door.
Winnie?
25.
All right, Winnie, you are keenly aware, as is Irina. Y'all just didn't ask her.
We just kind of stare.
This is the carriage that Strahd's servant, Rahadin, came to the funeral in. Right? Like session 2, 3. Way back, 10 sessions ago, you saw the sort of formal man in the mists beyond the cemetery.
Oh,
He
this is the one where
came and-
Zoot got arrested?
No. This is in Village of
no,
Barovia.
no.
Way back. Irina's father's
Irina's
funeral.
father's funeral.
Black carriage was sort of waiting beyond the cemetery gates. It's the
And my
same.
back was to it.
It's the same carriage. So Irina instinctively, and Winnie, you recognize this as some representative of the Count.
Nope. 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 That's a big fat nope. It's gonna be a big fat nope. Nope.
I'm gonna turn around and give Willa my initiative advantage.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Getting stacked before we fight.
Oh, good idea. I'm gonna pass out some bardic inspiration.
Nice.
There you go.
I'm inspired already.
I know. Wow.
Wait, can I have the inspiration?
Yeah.
I'll take it.
So,
Yeah.
Tyler,
Mhm.
what I'm going to do is I'm gonna approach. Does the carriage have 2 doors or 1 door?
2. And, as in on
Um,
both sides of it. Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna quickly touch both doors if I can,
Okay.
and cast Arcane Lock on both of them.
Oh.
Okay, roll a perception check for me as you approach the carriage.
Sure. This is 16 plus a 4 is a dirty 20.
So you make it to one of the doors and you sort of skirt around, clear of the horses, and you touch one and cast Arcane Lock. And as you move over to touch the other one, it opens before you can reach it.
Fuck me.
And a familiar figure steps out.
Oh, hell no.
You all left so quickly.
Oh, is that Fiona?
Is this
That's Fiona, isn't
Yeah.
it?
I do apologize if the events of the past day frightened you, but you left the town before we were able to extend our gratitude.
You extended it. You paid us very well. We felt very appreciated. Thank you for your gratitude. We are grateful for your gratitude.
And they sort of shake their
but
head
we
and say,
felt-
"What? We did not offer any payment."
I'm pretty sure you gave us a big bag of money.
My master did not pay you.
And a bag of holding.
You recognize this is not Fiona.
Oh. Who is this?
You want me to zoom in?
Yes.
My
You
guess
know-
is it's the person who was in the mist, in the fence at the funeral, in this exact carriage.
Oh.
No, this is
Oh.
Escher. This is one of the 2 representatives of Castle Ravenloft who gave the
Yeah.
speech in the center of Vallaki during.
Right. No, no.
feast.
Sorry. No, yeah, you're right. I got confused about who works for who. I'm very new. The politics here are very confusing. They are where I come from too. That is not a diss. Full respect. But yes, we feel properly appreciated.
Who is your master, and what does he do?
He is
Straw, darling.
the land. Yes?
Now we're all on the same page here.
You must forgive him. It's been a long several days. We're all rather frazzled. Ooh.
And they just sort of
Understand.
nod their head and slowly reach their hand up and sort of gesture and wave it in the air. And you watch as from seemingly out of nowhere, these 4 folded pieces of parchment appear and drift through the air
No, they don't, Tyler.
and
They
sort
don't.
of hover in front of each of your faces. Please accept both our gratitude and my master's humble apologies. We look
Don't know
forward.
what he has to apologize for.
We look forward to seeing you soon. And he just sort of nods bows low, returns to the carriage, and without a second glance, the carriage just sort of bolts around you down the path and disappears into the mists beyond.
Well, your aid lasts for 8 hours, so let's get into a fight within the next 8 hours.
I opened this with mage hand, by the way.
You know
Yeah,
what?
y'all fuckers just grabbed it, but Will is like, nope.
No, I didn't.
Oh no, mine's open.
I'm not opening mine.
I can't read this. There's a bird on it, though. A bird. I've been working in block letters. This cursive stuff is... Wait, hold on. I can.
If I
That's my
don't
name.
break the seal, Tyler.
You won't know what it says.
I'll just look at my sister's reaction. See? That's what I was waiting for.
I hate this. I hate this.
I think he talks about himself a lot. I see a lot of eyes.
Nope.
And Irina is just sort of standing next to you, all kind of dumbfounded.
Would you like us to read it for you, Zoot?
I mean, does it matter?
I don't know. We're invited to dinner. He said... I don't like how much he knows about
Am
me.
I invited to dinner? Wait, am I invited to
yes.
dinner? I'm
No.
here.
All of
I'll
us.
give you the letter. You can tell me if I'm invited to dinner.
Is he invited to
Are
dinner?
you asking me, or are you having?
We're all in
James?
Oh, hang
I
on.
don't
Here,
have James'
I'll put it in. I can
letter.
put it in Discord.
Waiting
My bad.
Okay.
waiting for that to hit Tyler.
I'm like, I don't actually
I'm just,
know.
like,
Is
sitting
that
here
what
waiting.
Tyler
you
was so engrossed. He was like, "Oh yeah, James is gonna pass that prop."
I
over
literally,
the
I was like,
internet."
oh, we can just hand it across the table. Freaking idiot. Hang
Hey,
on.
that's immersion. That's immersion.
we're all
I
invited.
don't
He
like
mentioned
how
our
much he
companions.
knows about me.
My companions.
I don't like him complimenting me. It's gross.
He complimented you?
Yeah. Tyler, you wrote this letter.
I don't know what he said.
Tyler's immersed, and he apparently just has out-of-body experiences when he plays Strahd.
He writes these
Here it
letters.
I think that's the right one. It's in Discord. No. Yeah, there it is.
I see it. All right. He addresses you as Watcher Zoot. That was very polite of him. Oh,
I'll
fuck.
just read it out loud to Zoot.
I would love... I fear all of our meetings up until now have occurred during such painful and stressful times for you and your companion. I must insist that you dine at my castle so we can spend something in more civilized surroundings. I shall expel you in your night's time. I shall expect you in 4 nights' time, and please bring your companions with you. I trust that despite your somewhat bestial natural instincts, you will control your wyvern temper and conduct yourself in a respectable measure within my halls. Trust that I will extend you the same courtesy. Your passage on the seal to my castle will be a safe one. I await your arrival. Your friend and host, Strahd von Zarevich. Yours was much less creepy than mine, but much more rude.
But
Why
see,
don't you
you were
read
having
yours
trouble
then?
too, so I'm not that dumb, because if you're the
I
most
wrote
learned
mine.
person in this whole group and you had trouble reading it, so it's okay that I couldn't read it.
So what?
Yes.
It was a hard
in
letter.
Character, yes.
It was a hard letter.
Out of character, Tyler. It's beautiful. I get only in trouble because it was very small on my screen. It's perfect.
So
In character,
there's
yes.
no reason for me to open mine then, right? If it's just an invitation for everybody.
Up to you if you want to see if he's rude or creepy to you. He was very rude to Zoot.
What? Where was he rude to me?
Willa?
I mean, I suppose it's true to tell you to control yourself. You have a bestial nature, especially at the dinner table.
Nothing sounds... Boss, this all just sounds like he really knows me. Sounds like he's crossed paths with the Cult of the Dragon before.
Willow, what did yours
The
say?
Cult of the Dragon?
What?
What did yours say?
Nothing.
I don't believe that. I roll insight.
Roll an insight check.
Insight. I got a 7 plus 4. I got 11.
She seems like she's telling the truth. There was nothing in that letter.
Huh.
I will roll a damn insight. That is a... I forgot how good my insight is. 23.
Willa, are you telling the truth?
No.
All right, but she has respected my privacy in the past,
and
so I'm
Irina
not
just
going
sort
to
of
push her. Yeah.
asks, for what? You keep using the word creepy. What?
He knows what god I worshipped and used the term beautiful, which I did not like coming from him. As much as I've never disliked being called beautiful before, I did not like it this time. And I don't...
She just sort of, her eyes get wide and then she kind of just nods.
I did not like it. I did not enjoy it. Also, I don't like that he knows what god I worship.
I thought it was the Morning Lord.
No, actually.
Isn't it Corellin?
I've learned some of his prayers. Yes, Krellin.
We need to open.
I don't really have a particularly strong connection here. It's very strange. I feel very disconnected. And then the Morning Lord, never mind, actually. You know what? Let's focus on Willa. Willa had a letter.
We need to open Winnie's letter.
No.
Winnie, we have to know what he knows about you.
Yeah, just so because you've set the prime example for sharing, sis. Maybe it's nothing, just like yours, right?
Do you want me to destroy it?
I am despondent that our first meeting unfortunately occurred during such a strife-ridden hour for you. I insist you travel and dine at my castle so we can meet in more civilized surroundings. I shall expect you in 4 nights' time along with your companions. Please be sure to bring that adorable sister of yours. She is the best kind of troublemaker. I recognize that your specific talents could be most useful to me, and I look forward to spending more time in your company. Know that your passage will be a safe one. I await your arrival.
Okay. Yeah, we need to open mine.
And before we went live, Tyler said, okay, make sure you have your letters ready, but we might not get to them today. They might not show up today. Who knows? Game starts, a carriage pulls up and delivers your letters immediately.
You didn't stay with Jenny. You made a choice about where you were going to go next. Choices have consequences.
Out loud.
Artificer Winter, I sincerely apologize that our first meeting occurred during such a difficult moment for you and your friends. Please, I must insist that you dine with me at my castle, along with your traveling companions. I expect you in 4 nights' time. There are a few things within my halls that I am sure will be of interest to you and your prodigious mind. Prodigious young mind. But know that I do not take kindly to blasphemy within my halls. So tread lightly. Your passage to my what promise? Yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, we have like 7 things on our
What
to-do
did yours
list.
say?
At now 4 days time.
Yeah. Also, did he not invite his wife?
The only part that is different, I recognize that you have suffered tremendous loss within my borders, and I hope that I can offer you a glimmer of hope for a better future with me and my relations. I am particularly interested to learn more of this moon god, whom you regard with the deepest admiration. Your commitment and loyalty are, aside from your beauty, among your finest qualities.
That one does have more.
That was my reaction too, Willa. I've never been more insulted by being spoken to kindly in my entire life.
Wow. He really knows how to talk to us, huh?
All right, so you can burn it now.
He knows quite a lot about us. I'm gonna keep mine.
I will burn it. I grab the paper and I don't have anything that catches fire.
Hang on.
Hold on.
I'll get a lighter.
Yeah, I don't got anything.
It's okay. I hand you my flint and steel. Oh, just my flint.
Zoot, you sort of snap a spark, light the corner of the paper. Doesn't burn.
God. Oh yeah? Yeah?
It's made of vellum.
Can I rip it? Can I rip it up?
You can try. Roll a strength
What?
check.
No, that fell off the table. 6.
You sort of try to get it in between and sort of start to pull. Doesn't give.
Really good vellum.
What does it smell like?
Roll a perception. Roll an investigation check.
Thank you. Finally, something good.
She's like, can I please use my intelligence, damn it?
That's 13 plus 8 is a 21.
Yeah. Smells metallic and irony.
Ah! I drop it.
I like these papers.
You might not be papers.
Yeah, but they smell like blood. Do they taste like... Tyler, do they taste like blood?
You lick it.
Do it.
Yeah, there's a fleshiness to it.
Yep, that's what I thought. Yep. Stop licking it! I take it out of his hand. Ugh. It's human flesh. It's some sort of flesh. It's
Okay,
written
well-
on flesh.
Then I will take all of your human
Willis'
flesh papers,
face?
and you don't have to touch them.
It's okay. Ugh. Ugh. Ugh.
Oh, you Monthrec, you're so sensitive.
That was rude of you, Zoot.
Well, we can either eat the flesh or we can eat something good at his castle. Because
Wait.
We don't need to eat flesh. We're gonna. Tyler, can I roll an intelligence on how to burn this? I need to set this on fire.
I would roll. Give me an Arcana check.
I can do that. Thank you. Arcana's intelligence. 24.
Yeah, you are keenly aware that there is some sort of enchantment on these. That while they are not parchment, they are some sort of other material. Even if they were parchment, they are enchanted in some. There's some sort of magical essence to them that is probably preventing any damage from coming to them.
I want to bet. Where is it? I will not be going to that castle.
I was going to ask, you all mentioned that he has invited you for dinner. Are you going to go?
Nope.
Well, I mean, the goal was to kill him. So this would be a pretty good opening if we can check the tasks off our to-do list first.
In 4 days?
I don't really know how far everything is. Right. This piece of shit map is not really doing me any favors here.
I am sorry that my brother is such a poor cartographer. That's who gave you the map! Ya hubby, your one and only.
That was rude of me. Then I feel bad. No, it's beautiful. It's very artistic. Really, I think he is an autistic soul. The proportions just seem more metaphorical than literal, which I respect as an art form. No, personally, I would like to not go to this dinner if we're not ready to murder him.
we should go.
No, we shouldn't.
we don't have to murder him at the dinner. We can go have dinner, leave, come back, and kill him later.
I've met guys like this before. Guys involved in politics. You have to play their game too. If he wants to have dinner with us, he's not going to kill us.
Fuck. I mean, she's right.
Yeah,
He wants to have dinner with us, to get to know us, to try and convince us to do something. Or offer something. Winnie, I'm going to be honest with you. He could just appear on his fiery horse thing, throw us on the back, and just take us there himself. You saw those things in the square? He has the ability to do it. He's asking us because it's like a olive branch. You have to maintain.
I actually also agree, Winnie. If we're trying to kill him, which we are, the bigger enemies we make of him, the harder it's going to be to get to him. If we can go to dinner and at least pretend to consider whatever he has to offer, at least try to stay on a friendly term with him, then perhaps when we are ready to do something about it, we can show back up as if we're friends and then take care of him.
It gives us a good opportunity to get a lay of the land. Check out the castle, figure out how we could potentially infiltrate it later.
Eat.
I actually agree.
Eat for free?
Eat.
What are we going to do with Irina,
I don't know that I'll be eating.
He didn't invite her. No offense, Irina.
No, we're not taking her, even if she was.
No, of course not.
No. Maybe we'll take her to the Lady Green Face.
Somewhere safe. I mean, as safe as it gets here. He won't. We've established he won't take her against her will. So one evening seems like it would be hard to do too much damage, especially if he's occupied with us at dinner. Perhaps we leave her with the Vistoni. I'm sorry, we don't mean to talk about you as if you're not here, Irina.
Okay.
You're more than welcome to have an opinion on this.
I am not sure. He has not invited me. I am curious, though, if this is not just a means for him to distract you and pull you away from.
That's what I
Oh.
was thinking.
But
yeah.
And then he goes in for the kill.
Yeah.
If I am with you, then will still be able to protect me. I would have stayed in Vallaki, obviously, if church had ended up being a safe haven, but obviously.
Well, I did find out about a relic that still holds power in the realm. It's a thigh bone. It's the only sacred power. And I think it's one of the only things left. Jenny was telling us about it. So she said the relic Strahd broke wasn't really a relic. So.
And perhaps, if worse comes to worse, please don't bite my head off. One of us stays with Irina, the other three go. I'm happy to be the one to stay. I'm happy to leave Winter.
If anyone's staying with Irina, it should
just
be
for
me.
the evening. That's
No one
fine
else can
then.
hold their ground alone the most.
You mean nobody
think-
can?
I resent that as the other
I
frontliner.
think maybe we all go and
You're not wrong.
put Irina with someone else. He mentioned that he wants all of us there. If we show up with just the three of us, he could just go and grab the other person and Irina.
Well, let's just get to the Vistani camp, right? We have a day to decide. I mean,
You have several days, yes. Irina, rest assured, regardless of if we go, none of us are handing you over to him. None of us, that
Well,
will
it
never
almost
happen.
did, but talk about that.
no, it almost did not. It was suggested by some people, and it was immediately rejected.
She just sort of rolls her eyes and kind of continues to walk down the path. Are we going to this place or not?
We're going. Why would you tell her you
Tyler,
wanted
can I
to
try
tell-
one more time to burn it?
How are you going to make an attempt?
Well, watch me end up starting a forest fire trying to burn these things.
Well, don't do it.
No,
We're in the
Says the
forest.
Californian.
I know. Fun
See.
reference. Too harsh. So I am going to. I think I can do that. Yeah. So I don't know if this counts, but I have the spell Heat Metal, and you said it was like metallic-y, right? So there's technically metal particles inside the remainders of the dried flesh, right? Yeah, you said metallic. Chat, help me out here. He said metallic.
You can certainly try. We'll use the Matt Mercer. You can certainly try to heat metal. Man, that would change the aspect of the spell if the spell considered iron in people's blood. Yeah, I was gonna say this is tough. This is some bloodbending shit right now. You can try it.
Yeah, sure.
Yep, I did say metallic and irony. I did.
Yeah. Yeah. What happens?
No. It does not burn. How game breaking would that be if heat metal just boiled people's blood? No.
Yeah.
I reject this. Use your own damn words.
Okay, she.
Irina, please don't tell your brother I didn't like his map. It's
She's
beautiful.
fine. You would not mind if it was coming from you, I trust.
Well, do you still have some wine? Maybe I could use it as a like lighter fluid kind of deal?
I'm just gonna start
Can we
walking.
walk? Can we walk and talk?
I'm gonna start walking. I'm gonna pull out the wine and drink it.
There you go.
You think I'm wasting wine on that letter?
That's a good point.
Please, may I drink some?
I'll offer you the bottle.
Thank you. I will drink. Gladly.
Oh, drinking out of the bottle now.
Tyler. Why you should
Yes.
work?
I can't believe it's come to this, but yes, I will.
And you
Follow the hand.
you continue sort of through this path through the woods, and it starts to get the woods kind of close back in a bit as guiding hand is sort of meandering down this path through the trees. You get a sense that you've been walking for a while, and the hand is still floating in front of you. You're not. It's very clearly not taking you places you've already been. It's not walking you in circles or anything like that. It's just, this is a lot farther than folks made it seem.
I'm gonna walk up to my hand,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna have a stern talking to
Yeah,
with it.
no, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. What are you doing? Where are you taking us? This isn't where we're supposed to be going, is it? Of course, doesn't say anything because it doesn't have a mouth.
And then off. And just
Well, I don't know what to do
continues
with it.
to float ahead of you.
It's never been like this. It's usually very responsive to me.
But fuck.
It's taken us everywhere else. Maybe
So
they
do we want to
also
go the
market
opposite
place
way?
on it to hide themselves? I don't know.
I mean, the other Vistoni didn't seem to hide from us.
Yeah, maybe these are different. Maybe they don't want to hide from us. Maybe they want to hide from people in general.
Can I... You know, my survival is not awful. Can I give myself guidance and see if I can find any signs of the Vistani? Any camps, tracks, you know, smoke from a fire?
Yeah, give me a survival check.
Right. Ah, fuck. That was not great.
Anyone want to help her? Them?
I can help you.
No, it was okay with my guidance. That's a 15 total.
You are able to... You can tell that this path is fairly well traveled. That there are certainly signs of people being here recently. You can find sort of wheel ruts from carts that are kind of buried under a few layers of leaves, so you can tell that sort of wagons had come here previously. But no smoke, no sort of footprints, just kind of weathered, the well-worn path.
Alright, I mean, let's follow it. The Vistoni do seem to have people visit them. So, if we don't end up there, we'll end up somewhere civilized, and that'll be a good place to at least orient ourselves on this beautiful, gorgeous, artistic map we've been given.
And the hand keeps sort of floating in front of you. And you break through the trees after about another hour of walking. It's nearing dusk. It's getting dark at this point. You've been out walking for most of the day. And you see before you a circle of wagons. There's some music going on. Some liveliness. It's not nearly as lively as the encampment near the Seer Pool, but there's certainly, signs of life and some bits of revelry happening. You approach.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the second you
Just
sort of
canceling
break
myself out. Nope, doesn't help.
the barrier of that outer ring of carts, you hear a sort of loud, booming voice. Oi! What are you doing here, huh?
We're travelers. We were hoping to find your encampment. Perhaps spend the night engage in some trade. I believe one of our party actually was searching for a particular one of your
He just
number.
kind of wanders over to you. What the, where do you come from, huh?
Outside of Barovia, and then inside of Barovia, in Barovia, and then Loki, and now here.
Are you familiar with
been a-
Zerneros?
And he just sort of spots you for the first time. So he's, whoa, 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 whoa! And he like draws a sword.
No.
Oh!
No. Hi.
Nope.
Hi.
We're friends.
He's with
What
us.
is this that you carry with you? Who is this,
What
huh?
do you mean? He's family. Who are you?
Your family, you keep a beast like that as family?
I don't call you a beast.
No, it's okay, Willow. Let him. I've heard this a million times.
Oh, no. Not with me
It's
around.
not okay, no.
You don't even know him. Just because he looks different than you doesn't mean that he doesn't have any feelings.
Lavash! You just hear, oh, yeah. And come. He sort of waves over another one of his party. Look this thing, huh? They claim me family. He's family? What are your parents, boy?
Don't you see the resemblance?
All right.
Family not by blood.
I didn't know that humans could, with dragons, but
Willa.
apparently it happens.
Willa, I don't know what you needed here, but I don't think we're particularly welcome. So if you don't mind asking about what you need to ask about, so we can be on our way and leave them to whatever it is they're doing in the middle of the woods.
Irina, do you want to stay here while we go eat?
Here? No, I would prefer not to remain here if possible.
I'm looking for Casimir.
You look for Casimir, huh?
That's what I said.
He might be here, he might not. What are you looking for him for?
I was told to talk to him about something.
He wants to talk to him about something. Well, what is this thing?
Why would she tell you if he's not even here?
Was I talking to you, little one?
Which one's
Nah, time to
Which
go,
one said that?
y'all.
The one with the longer hair, the one on the left.
I'm gonna walk straight up to him, and I'm probably a lot shorter, and I'm gonna gaze up at him, and I'm going to say the following. This is certainly not the best way to greet guests of Strahd, is it?
Just hear kind of like the record scratch music stop. He just looks at you. You mean guests of him?
You know, I'm not really sure. We've been walking around. He seems to find us around every corner. Left us a note threatening me and my family.
Written on people paper.
I don't know. And Look, I'm just trying to protect my family, and you being rude is certainly not something that we need today.
Plus, if you give us what we want, we'll kill Strahd.
We'll try.
Seems like a fair deal.
He just kind of cocks his head. Well, what is it? You are guests of him, or you want to kill him?
Both, I guess. I don't know. We're hoping that once we arrive at his house, I don't know, maybe we can learn a bit more about him. I was told to look for Casimir because I'm trying to find my father, and I was told that he might be able to help me do that.
Come with me. He sort of gestures and turns and walks into the circle. And he guides you to sort of this center area. And you note that the ring of wagons is surrounding this sort of mound, hill-like structure. And as you sort of round the corner, you note that there's a, similar to Jenny's home, there's a sort of a small door built into the side of this mound. Just sort of pounds on it. And you see the door kind of creaks open, and a young-looking,
Oh no.
very handsome elf slowly pulls open the door, and you just see him and this Vistani man sort of have a bit of an exchange. And he just sort of opens the door wider and turns to you. Well, you can go in if you want.
Thanks.
You all
And I'll
go in?
I'll go.
I'll go in if she goes in.
She's letting us follow. Actually, no, I'm gonna stay outside. I
Maybe-
think somebody should be guarding. I'll stay out
Maybe
here.
I should talk to him alone. I don't.
They
I'm
might
asking about-
might kill you. They're being pretty cruel.
Well, if I die, just get the health potions off my body and move on, alright? I have gold in my pocket as well.
Sounds good.
Can
Would
I
you
go
let
with
one of
you?
us come with you?
No, because if I die, I don't want them to kill you too.
Well, we're much more likely two of us to survive.
Just, I think this is something I need to do on my own. And I'll just head in.
But we're family.
Gonna just put a hand on Winter's shoulder.
How can I help you?
Are you Casimir?
No. I am Cheligal.
Right. You're not gonna kill me, right?
Oh. No, I am not going to kill you. What?
Okay, got that out of the way. I'm looking for Casimir. I was told to meet with him, that he might know where my father is. Might be able to help me discover what I am. I don't really know.
That is interesting. Why would Casimir have information about your father?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm half elf.
Yes, I can see that.
I don't know if maybe, I mean, it was my mom. I don't know. I was just told to seek him out.
Well, you will probably be back at some point. Are you alone? Do you have companions with you? Do you need something to eat, something to drink? I can offer you what I have here in my home, and he lives here as well. So this is sort of one of the last places that remain safe for our kind here. So
Why are you being so nice? The other men outside were so mean.
oh, um, they have their faults, but once you get to know them and recognize that, well, that is a conversation for another. But I know they can be rough at first and rude and hold terribly out of touch beliefs about certain types of people.
I think I scared them.
Oh,
Sorry.
oh,
And I pull out my letter. The quick version of it all. We're not from here. We're trying to get back home. We ended up in this world and it's an absolute mess. And for some reason, Strahd is obsessed with us. And I think it has something to do with one of our companions. He invited us to dinner.
normally I would say that being invited to the dinner of the Lord of a Realm is a great honor, but I am sure that you are aware that here it is not so true. It is probably one of the most terrifying letters you have ever received in your life.
Yeah. My little sister's with me, and he mentioned her in the letter. And I would do anything to protect her, which is another reason why I'm here. Because if Casimir can help us in any way, I just want to keep her alive long enough to get her home to my dad. I mean, I want her to live there too, but
Wait, so you do know who your father is then?
he's not my dad. My mother was pregnant before she married him.
There's sort of a knowing look comes over his eyes. That is.
He's my dad, but he's not my father.
I understand. A complicated situation. I imagine. Well, if Casimir has information, I'm sure that he would be willing to share it with you. If you would like to have something to eat, to rest here a bit, I can offer you whatever I have at my disposal. I am always
I'm
here.
sorry. Who are you? I didn't even introduce myself. My name is Willa.
Willa, it is very nice to meet you. I am Cheligal. I am the Fletcher.
The Fletcher?
Yes, for the town of Velaki. They did not have anyone in town who could provide the types of weapons and tools that I can provide. So I have been working from my workshop here, but it is.
Oh, you should meet my sister. Can I just, and I'm gonna like reach out to him and I'm gonna like pull him towards the door if he'll let me.
Oh, I would. No, thank you. I would prefer not to be out in the daylight, if possible.
Oh. Oh.
And he sort of
Wow.
understands the look that has come over your face. He goes, no. It is nothing like that. My race of people, we are. You may have heard of the term dusk elf. If folks have been pointing you to Casimir, it is sensitive for us, is all. It is not in the same way that I am sure you have experienced other creatures in this land and their difficulties with the sun.
Got it. Sorry, I didn't mean to almost hurt you.
It is okay.
I, I'll grab my family outside. Just please be sensitive about the one that doesn't look like us.
Oh yes,
And
we have all kinds here. So
yeah, so I'll kind of peek my head out. Hi. He can come outside, but if you guys want to come in, this isn't Casimir, but I think you guys would like to speak to him.
Hey.
Sounds good.
I'll kind of like wave you guys in. This is my family.
hello, I am Cheligal. It is very nice to meet all of you.
My Zoom is frozen, so I'm going to refresh, but very nice to meet you. Goodbye.
It was nice to meet you. Goodbye.
This is Zoot and my sister Winnie, and Lady Isadora, and Irina.
Is
And my dog.
it is? Yo, you have a dog with you.
No, sometimes I can make myself bark. It's a bard trick.
Oh, you are a bard.
Yeah, I am.
What instruments do you play?
A little bit of everything. My sister, she made me this, and I pull out my what do you want to call this? Loot-ish?
Winnie, do you have an opinion on what?
Yeah, it is. Made it just for you.
Yeah, so,
I see it. Yes, it looks like a lute. This is very interesting. You made this. And he sort of looks at you.
Okay, well, the circumstances weren't the best, okay? We were under a lot of stress. I was rushing. I didn't have all my tools.
No, the
but
craftsmanship is very good. And Winnie, the first thing you notice when you walk in is just the inside of the home is just littered with bows, crossbows, components of bowstrings, animal hides and skins and sinews being dried in various locations and draped over things, or being prepared to be strung into bows.
This is a crafter.
Oh yeah, well of course you just found out yourself. Yes, I am a Fletcher by trade.
Wow, that's really cool.
Pays for
Is this
this
your
home, I
work?
suppose. Yes, this is all mine.
May I?
Oh, of course. What are you grabbing?
Oh, I'm not. I'm just. I'll go for one of the bows,
Okay.
not the crossbow, but the bows. I'm just looking at the craftsmanship.
You notice it's real good.
Is it as good as Thindul's?
Well, so Piersma, in terms of if you're comparing sort of armor and metalworking to fletching, they are equally skilled, although you can tell that this guy's been doing it a lot longer.
Mm-hmm.
There are some old classical tricks that he's using that you studied at school that they're pretty neat. People don't typically make things like this.
How old are you? Oh, I'm sorry. Is that rude to ask? Willow, is that a rude thing to ask? Okay, never mind. Never mind.
But it is I am Elven, so we are we don't count years in the same way as I suppose you yourself would, but I have been alive for many different ages in this realm's history, I will say.
Were you alive when the Thanes were here?
That is a complicated question. My people were not part of this land before the Fanes were destroyed. When we were brought to this land, the Fanes had already been had their power removed, is how I have heard it discussed. I do not know much about sort of the ancient religious history of Barovia, but I do know that it was a point of pride for those who championed Strahd and his dread rule of this place. They championed the fact that he had destroyed their power. So I do know of them, but I was not here when they had any sort of influence on the world. But where do you come from? It is not often we get travelers who come from outside of Barovia.
Have you heard of Xerneros?
You mentioned this before. No, I have not. What?
Winter, I was daydreaming just now. What did I miss?
Oh,
Do we trust him? Do we like him?
yeah.
Have we learned
He's
anything
very
more?
old.
But he's smoking hot.
Yeah.
Like silver fox.
Okay. Are you making a backup?
He's not Willa's
No,
dad, right?
no, this one is not. No.
Okay,
What?
good. I don't feel weird about saying that then. Just, I said that and then it occurred to me and I had to double check. Well, I hope not.
We're from a place called Eisenhound.
I'm from Levincon, actually.
And I'm from Terrace.
But full respect to anyone who's from elsewhere, I suppose. Levincon is really the capital of the civilized world.
It's a different plane.
Terrace is not.
It's a bad land of death and destruction.
Oh.
Levincon, yeah.
Paris? Barovia? Excuse you?
No.
You're not wrong.
I said
There's a Lord of Death and a Lord
Terrace.
of Destruction, but it's all very civilized death and destruction.
I
yes,
was speaking
I
of Terrace.
You
As I
mentioned
try to
having
imitate
food
Zoot.
and drink.
Yes. What can I offer you? You can have anything that is at my disposal.
And I have this net. I hold up a net.
Well, I meant food and drink. If you are looking to purchase things, I can provide you with a list of the goods that I have at my disposal. That you can
I
find
just
in
need this net.
that you can find in your Discord.
I don't need anything else. I just need this net.
Would you like to purchase the net?
Sure.
Oh my
Okay,
god, we get to shop!
the net would be 20 gold pieces.
I am taking 20 gold pieces out of my... Ooh, okay, so apparently at some point I gave all of my money to
You
someone.
gave all of your money away to pay for
Yes.
the potion of
I'm gonna-
heroism. Or actually,
will give-
you didn't. You used it to pay for the health potions. Then you offered Isadora's letters for the potion of heroism.
That's right. They were saucy. I remember that.
Yes.
Does somebody have money for this?
I'll give him 20.
Thank you, Willa.
You wouldn't happen to have a dagger, would you?
Yes, I can probably secure you one. They are not part of my regular inventory, but I can probably rustle something up. It may. I am not a blacksmith, so it may not be the best.
That's okay.
Psst, Willa,
Yeah.
you do have a dagger.
No, I threw it. I cut myself, so
No. Did you
yeah.
inside your butter tuning bug?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I do.
You do.
Does that still use the dagger stats that I have? Oh, just kidding. Never mind.
Oh.
Do you have a whip?
Yes, I do. And he kind of like winks.
I think I can use a whip.
I hope it is your dad.
You better not
I
sleep with
hope
him
it
if
is
might be
your
your
dad.
So just want to say that before I go flirt with him.
What a twist.
Per scorpions. I love it.
Oh god.
Yeah, can I grab that whip?
Yes, I have many to choose from. Which
You do?
would you like? And there's a few different like colors of leather that he's sort of worked on, and he sort of shows you. He pulls a few off the wall, and they're various different dyes, and some have like wooden handles, and others have like thick leather handles. Others have like a handle that has been kind of molded and has like almost like a pistol grip, like finger grip type of a structure.
Okay. Which one's your favorite?
And he just kind of like steps
Yikes.
back and kind of like looks you up and down and says, "For you, I think."
Oh my god.
And he kind of pulls, like goes in the back. He says, "One moment." Pulls back and comes out, and it's like this metallic silver white, like snake skin. And he's like, "I think this would suit you beautifully."
Wow, I've never seen anything like it. Can I hold it?
Please, yes.
All right, so I'm gonna take it. It's a simple weapon, right?
Whips are simple. Yeah, they're not martial. Yes.
Right. Okay.
Oh.
And if I can, I'm going to kind of like push everyone away from me, and I'd like to crack it.
Not in the shop. Not in the shop. Not in the shop.
So
No,
I will just
no,
say you are. Ooh, no, whips are
Am I-
martial. A whip is a martial
shit.
melee weapon. Sorry, I just looked it up.
No.
It doesn't mean you can't use it. That
in
just
a
means you
hilarious
can't.
event,
You're
I
not
can
proficient with it, and
train
you'll have
you.
disadvantage with it when you use
Why
it.
does
Okay,
it not
you can
shock
train
me?
me
Isadora knows how whips.
I can.
Isadora
I
can
help out with
absolutely use
that.
martial weapons.
God, this is no.
Okay, yeah. If you'll teach me how to use it, well, then
I've read a
will
lot
Clerics,
about it. I've never
yo.
actually held one, but I've seen a lot of diagrams. In theory.
Hmm?
I've just always wanted one.
No, please, yes, take it. It is
How
yours.
much?
10 silver. It is not so much.
Okay.
Everyone just giving us shit for free.
I'll give you 10 silver.
The only thing with any of my implements, they are, just take them outside before you are going to try them. I can certainly, help you out back, and we can test out whatever you would like to test. But, low ceilings, you understand.
Oh, yeah. That's fine.
Take it back. You don't need my help. He'll get you all worked up.
Gosh.
Really hands on.
Okay. Thank you. if we could get everyone fed, that would be great. I'm willing to pay you for food as well.
Oh, no, that is my pleasure. I enjoy the company. It is.
Tyler,
Yes, Winnie.
Just a quick question about some of the stuff in the shop.
Mm-hmm.
Are there different stats for some of the stuff?
Meaning.
Like the ammunition?
Yes. I will get you them. But
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Obviously, anything that's silvered has made of silver and has the properties of silver ammunition. And masterwork will just be. It has an increase to damage that it does. And so Cheligal kind of goes into the back room and just hears sort of clinking of dishes and comes back out, and he's got some tea and a couple bottles of wine, some cheeses and bits of bread. Nothing too fancy, but it's food. It'll get you fed.
Thank you.
I am curious. The sisters came together. What are you two doing? And he sort of looks at you and Zoot, Isadora.
Oh, we're siblings too. You don't see the resemblance?
That,
No,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
fucking with you.
Yeah, you
We're students.
Whoa.
Not in front of Irina, Winter. We're students. Or we were students. I study healing primarily and occasionally
And I
killing
studied
things.
healing primarily and
Ah.
occasionally killing things.
Oh.
Backwards, Zoot,
Ah.
other way around for you. We're kind of reverses of each other. You're the yin to my yang, Zoot.
The what?
Don't worry about it. I do mostly healing and a little bit of killing. You do mostly killing, a little bit of healing. We could balance. I don't know what the fuck those two do. Stand in the back and throw things.
Excuse you. Whose armor is like fortified because of me?
Winter, I love you so much. You're the most brilliant person I've ever encountered in my entire
I'm gonna
life.
grab a bottle of booze, take a swig, and then I'm gonna pull out my lute-like instrument and start a strumming.
Starts a strummin'. What are you strummin'?
I don't know, something fun.
Fun.
Fun and upbeat, and I'll hum a little bit as I strum.
Fun and up. Strummin'.
Or whatever you can
Okay,
find.
no, yeah, you're doing your thing, you're strumming, and it's kind of mixing with the music from outside, and you're sort of able to hear this like kind of the strains of the accordions and the drums from outside mixing with the strums of your lute, the tune that you're humming. And Cheligo just kind of is just smiling, beaming, kind of sits back and chuckles a bit after you've been playing for a while and says, This is so nice. It is not often that I get to, well, encounter people such as yourselves. The Visani are fine and have been welcoming to us during our trials, but it is nice to see new faces, friendly new faces.
Tyler,
Agreed.
can I perception check to see if Cheligal has any similar facial features to my sister?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Or would it be investigation?
Give me a perception check.
That's still good. So, 18.
Other than the fact that you and your sister are both half elven and he is elven, no. Nothing definitive, nothing, not, the same nose, the same dimple, the same eyes, none of that. Just pointy ears and a general sense of there's a bit of Fae. There's a lot more Fae to him, obviously, but sort of sense it in both of them.
So, what do you guys think of Strahd?
And his eyes go downcast. That is a very complicated question, Willa. I suppose I could ask you the same thing, and perhaps I should have before I invited you in. And this is the first time he kind of looks warily at all of you.
Well, we could both say what we think of him on 3.
Okay.
I'll count.
Okay, watch me.
I can count. I can't read. Again, sometimes I really start to wonder who's the stupid one here.
All 4 of us, we're all dumber than a bag of fucking bricks in our own ways.
All right,
I just can't read.
are you ready? I'll hold up my fingers for those of you who need help counting. 3, 2, 1.
We're going to
Zero.
fucking murder
Genocidal
him.
maniac. Oh, good.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
A lot of murder going around there.
Excellent.
Wonderful. Yes,
What a
I'm
relief.
glad that we
Okay,
are
God.
all feeling similarly. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he is responsible for the almost complete annihilation of our people. So, of course, I do not.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know.
It is. Well, I wish I could say it was ancient history, but it is seemingly a constant reality for what remains of our people. Yes, and he just kind of shakes his head and shrugs it off. And but it is nice to hear that you all feel similarly. Of course, you never know who to trust in a land like this. That is why I tend to remain among the Vistani, because for all of their faults at times, you know where they stand when it comes to him, and I would rather exist with people who have either no opinion of him or a neutral opinion of him than be tricked into getting close with some of his followers and then losing my life.
Okay, and just so we're all on the same page here, right? You can't just leave Barovia because
The mists.
the mist. Yes, the mist. Okay, yes, of course, we're all on the same page here.
The Vistani can leave. At the behest of Strahd, I believe, right?
He kind of
Oh, fuck, these
Kinda goes
pricks.
goes
The ones
back
after my letters.
and forth, and it is interesting. Yes, I suppose some can, some cannot. But it is curious that while he can grant them passage through the mists, he himself cannot leave the realm.
Wait, Strahd is stuck
Oh,
here
that's
too?
Good. I don't think I knew that rule. That's great
Ah.
news. I told you all today was going to
Oh
be a
yes,
good day.
you. Yes, no one has.
No, we've had a very confusing week.
No, it is said that one of the reasons he is so desperate and homicidal and crazy is the fact that he is trapped here as well. And so he unleashes his anger upon the people who remain with him. The realm has a...
Boo-hoo.
The realm-
Some rich guy who's taking whatever he wants, pillaging, destroying whatever life was here before, all for the sake of greed and power, is now sad that actions have consequences. Fair.
Do you need a nap?
Yeah, maybe.
Darling.
Maybe I do. I'm sorry. I'm
It's
not
okay,
mad
me
at you,
too.
Chelical. This has just been a very emotional roller coaster for me.
You're doing great,
I
honey.
can understand that. It's, yes, it is. It has been a difficult. Well, we have been okay for a few years, but it has been a difficult time for us as well. I'm curious what your. You say that you're going to. One of you, I think, said you were going to kill him. You want to kill him? How? You ask about the Fanes.
Bring back
The
some
Fanes,
oak
yes, you
gods.
mentioned them. Okay.
Yes.
And
And then find a sword.
find a sword.
Magical, powerful.
Magical, powerful sword. Okay.
He just went. Yeah, where'd he go? You back?
We just dropped. Are you all back?
You disappeared from us.
I
We
know.
were all here. You dropped that
Well,
time.
I know. I
We were
just
all
dropped.
hanging out, yeah.
Everything dropped. I think we're back.
Oh,
We're still.
no.
Oh yeah, yeah, we're live.
We're still live.
I think.
Yeah, look at that.
Let me refresh. Hang on. Stay with us, Twitch. Stay with us. Okay.
Tyler broke. Tyler broke. It's him. It's
Okay.
the devil. He's here.
We're back. We're back. Xfinity in Connecticut just took a big old dump for a second, but we're back. Right. Yes.
God's
So
magic sword,
wait.
crazy wizard.
Remind us,
kill
what
him,
is this
pretty
sword
much.
that you speak of?
A Vistani woman told us to find it. The sun sword, the sun blade, the light bringer, the dawn shaker, the brilliant stabber, bright stabber. I think it's bright stabber. That one sounds.
Just so we're all on the same page
Sunny
here.
Sunny stabber.
Just so we're all on the same page here. This Vishtani woman told us this back in the.
The first cat, Madame Ava. The one who
Yes,
told you
yes,
you were
yes,
having-
yes, yes. Just so we're all on the same page. Yes, of course I remember.
You didn't write about that in your diary, Zoot?
You have a diary, Zoo?
I'm just kidding. You can't write. That's pretty much.
That's the best joke you have ever made, Hector. I punch Hector lightly in the shoulder and knock her over.
I absolutely fall over.
Maybe we will be friends one day.
One day,
I know this
darling.
might be a weird request, but we've had an awful few days. Actually, the whole time here has been pretty bad.
The worst.
Do you think maybe we could just all have fun tonight?
And he kind of looks down his nose at you and says, "What sort of fun are you interested?"
Like a hunt?
We could play, I don't know, some games and drink and eat and dance and sing music. And if you want, you can go kill something, Zoot, but not any of the people here. I don't know, just something that makes us happy. Because I feel like, you know what?
A game night, a family game night.
Yeah, something like that.
I love a family game night.
I think that there was some truth in what that crazy burger, what Meister
Burgermeister.
thought. I think maybe joy doesn't keep him away, but it keeps those feelings of darkness at bay. It it just makes you, those little pieces of happiness can fill the dark.
I mean, you can certainly stay here with. This. We have a small home here. With Casimir and I, it is a bit cramped. With 5 more people, it may be quite uncomfortable. But
Oh, I can sleep outside. Actually, I can make our own tent. You don't have to worry.
Okay. Sure. Well, I believe that certainly that we can. I mean, if you would like to stay with us this evening, you can ask the Vistani if they are willing to entertain you and um, engage in these activities that you are requesting. I certainly will not partake, but that is for my own reasons. But feel free. Nothing should feel like nothing is stopping you.
I don't think the Vistani were too keen to spend time with us.
Oh, we just got to do what we did with the
Maybe-
last group. Tell them a good story and give them a good drink.
Why don't you want to come out with us?
Um,
When is it going to be dark?
it is not that. I have, and he sort of gestures around, and I have work that will occupy me. Some orders to fill and some things that I have been waiting to work on. I was not expecting to have visitors today, and while I certainly haven't continue to enjoy your company, if you are planning to leave and go elsewhere, I will just get back to my work that I was doing before you arrived. That is all.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess just let us know when Casimir comes back. And we'll occupy ourselves until then.
He will be back soon, right, Willa? Because we really should move on tomorrow morning.
I think he should be back by morning, right?
Is supposed to, and he sort of looks out the window that's sort of a portal through the side of the hill, and like supposed to be back at this point. Not quite sure where he would be at this hour, but yes, I will certainly. I will let you know if you do not see him yourselves when he comes.
If you don't mind, I'd like to stay and watch, maybe learn some of your crafts. You know, I've read about them, but I've never actually heard of anybody doing them.
Oh, sure. That is. It would be welcome company, certainly. So do you, the 4 of you, you and the 3 of you and Irina, head out and party with the Vistani?
If they're not being rude assholes.
I'm gonna find a bench, I'm gonna hop up on it, and I'm gonna play the happiest, most upbeat song that flows with the music that's already going.
And you sort of jump into the center of the sort of circle of wagons, and you pick up the beat, and you see them all kind of starting to join in and realizing, oh yeah, she can play. She can definitely play. She's good. And their sort of musicians come over and kind of join you. Zoot, you notice that the 2 men who kind of welcomed, well, who were there at the entrance to the camp, are still kind of eyeing you pretty warily. Not really allowing you to wander too far away from the group. They're not doing anything to you. They're just kind of making sure that they always, one of them at least, has an eye on you. Willa, go ahead and make a performance check for me.
$21.
Yeah, you kill it. They are whooping and hollering and shouting and, you know, ringing tambourines and throwing coin at you and just loving every minute of you on that bench playing your loot-ish object. And they kind of invite you back down once you're done playing and sort of sit you down by the fire, and you all spend a good, I would say, hour, 2 hours, just kind of carousing with them, having fun, conversing. Are you trying to talk to them about anything in particular, or are you just enjoying the night?
I'm just trying to enjoy the night. If you guys want to ask any questions, feel free. But I mostly just wanted them to get comfortable with us and just feel safe. And I kind of want to feel safe too, because I didn't feel safe when I came.
Yeah, I think Isadora is actually very quiet and a little withdrawn.
James and Kelsey, I'm gonna vomit. Knock it off.
Terrible, the worst.
Mouth open chewing is my kryptonite. I'm just imagining the noises that are happening, and it just... Whoa.
Icky, icky.
So, Zoot, there is plenty of food, and you notice that other than those two who were really kind of cold and clearly hold some position of authority in the encampment, whatever it might be, but the rest of the camp seem to be fine with your presence there, and they're sharing food with you, and they're not avoiding you in any way, and
Good.
Are willing to interact. Those two do seem a little bit still standoffish.
I will go over to them with a fresh hunk of something still in my hand.
What can we do for you, huh?
What's your problem? Do you want to fight?
Beast, we live in Barovia. We have many problems.
That was funny. Well then, why you keep eyeing me up?
And they kind of like look at each other and then look back at you, and there are none of your kind here. You recognize this, yes?
There's not a lot of my kind anywhere.
The last time we saw something that looked like you, it ended in death and destruction for most of our people. So, forgive us if we are a bit wary of your presence among our
do you-
encampment.
What, you mean like a dragon?
Well, is that not what you are? Just a smaller version of the beast that spit fire and rain hell down from the sky?
I mean, yeah, but when did you see a dragon? I haven't heard anything about a dragon in Barovia yet.
You have not been paying attention.
No, I haven't. You got me there. Here, you got a drink? You got a mug? You can take mine. Still got half left.
And
I
they
want to
just
hear
sort of-
more about this dragon.
Lunella! Lunella! He sort of calls over one of the women, and she kind of comes over to join your group. Oh, yes, what can I do for you, eh? This one wants to hear more about the dragon. And she just kind of, like, turns to you with, like, this harshness, this coldness in her eyes. What is it you want to know about the dragon, huh?
When did a dragon come through?
Come through? It lives here. What are you talking about, come through?
I'm okay. Sorry, just good drinks. I'm sorry. A dragon lives in Barovia.
If it does not live here, it must be able to travel through the mist then, which is not likely, so yes, it probably does.
And you and I, we're both talking about some just, big scaly beast like me, but a lot bigger. Twice my size, 3 times my size, bigger than that.
It is much more than 3 times the size. But sure.
Is it just one? One dragon? Or are there more?
And she kind of looks over and she says, well, it seems to have been the same one. Well, this was a while ago. I am not sure when the last time we saw this beast was, but...
And, that beast is kind of like the devil. It comes through and it kills people and leaves bodies and blood in its wake.
Not exactly, no.
What does it do,
they
then?
both, and the men are both just kind of like, huh, what do you mean, not exactly, no? Well, no, it is more complicated than that.
Yeah?
The beast... And she kind of gets a little quieter, and she says, the beast was here to challenge the devil. But the problem is, the battles that they would fight... The devastation wrought by the devil trying to destroy this dragon was... There was no thought. There was no... It was simply... If I cannot destroy the dragon, I will destroy the lands around. I will destroy everything in my path to try to get to it. So villages burned. Because the devil could not tell where the dragon was, where it was hiding, where its followers were. So, in order to draw it out, he would just murder everyone.
And do you know where the dragon is now? Or...
It's the sort of place where you hear these types of stories and things, and it used to be... Well, when we were hearing about the dragon more regularly, this was decades, probably centuries ago by now.
Jeez, you people are old.
There was a house, there was a manor, a home, where the dragon's followers lived and resided and tried to foment A revolution, a rebellion. Well, you can see what happened with that.
That was a long time ago, or that was I see. The devil got rid of the rebellion because they were with the dragon. Devil hates the dragon. Yeah. And just so we're on the same page, you don't feel as bad about the dragon as you do the devil, right? You hate the devil. I hate the devil. We all hate the devil. But the dragon, not you two. I'm not look. I see your faces. I'm asking her.
Devil is a necessary reality of our lives. But the dragon claimed to be able to protect people, and all it brought was more devastation.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand that. Thanks. That was really, really helpful. Do you? I don't have much I can give you in return for being so generous with your information. I could share. I have stories. I'm going through my bag. I got potions, and that's it. And I ain't giving potions up.
She just kind of cocks her head to the side, and she kind of looks over her shoulder at the guys who are just kind of like standing there, seeing what's going to happen, and she goes, "What about the dance?"
Sure. I don't dance, but I could, yeah. Easy enough.
And she just kind of grabs you by like the shoulders of your armor and just drags you over to where Willa is up on the bench playing, and just starts to like and I mean, she's little, like you are like 3 feet taller than her, but she's just kind of trying to swing you around. And
I guess, what is that, a performance check or something?
Make a performance. Sure, make a performance check. See how well this goes, and if you kill her or not.
Can I help him by adjusting the speed of the music, the tempo?
Yeah, why don't you? We'll say Willa notices what's about to happen and assists.
So is that advantage or
take advantage?
A D4 or what? Advantage. Okay, so the first one's a 15.
Oh,
the second one's a 5.
Yeah, you take that 15.
Yeah, I'll lean over as we swing past the stage. Can you stop changing the tempo, damn it? I can't keep up.
Sorry.
What the hell are you doing?
Willa. Oh, hi everybody in James's screen.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, Willa is able to kind of adjust the music to some more of like a constant and kind of guide the other musicians into playing all sort of in the same. And yeah, you and Lunella share a dance together. And it's about this time that Cheligal kind of reappears. And Willa, you sort of see him come out and around the mountain. He just kind of flags you down and kind of waves to you, and sort of gestures.
Okay. I'll look around at everyone and just, whenever you guys are ready, I'm gonna go meet Cheligal.
Do you want someone with you now, or would you rather we come later?
You guys can come. I wanted to make sure that you guys were safe.
And Irina is sort of nearby and just says, I would like to know what happens. It is always exciting to find information about one's true past, is even if it is, well, not what you hoped it would be. And she kind of has this like faraway look in her eye, and you remember that she also recently found out potentially something about her past and her family. I think it is important.
I'm going to daydream for a bit while I try to reload my fucking page.
Okay.
Bye.
So
Yeah.
yeah, you
I head over.
you walk back into Cheligal's house, and there is another man.
Tyler, am I here or not?
Well, you were, yeah, so you were with Cheligal. You were kind of observing him working.
Yeah.
So
okay,
you're,
just
yeah,
wanted to-
you're still in there. You're still inside. Zoot, do you go in or no? I'm gonna assume that means that Zoot does not go in.
Hi.
Yes, Casimir, these are the ones I was telling you about. This is Willa and her sister Winter, and this is their companion, Lady Isadora and Irina. And you just sort of see this dark-haired, very pale-skinned man with pointy ears, kind of nod to each of you in turn. And Willow, when he makes eye contact with you, he freezes.
I'm sorry.
And he just starts crying. And you just see him sort of shuddering, and like a hand comes to his mouth, and he's like trying to compose himself, and he can't. He just forgive me, sorry. I was not expecting. Can uh, can I? And he sort of like reaches out and gestures to you as if to like touch the side of your face. Please.
Okay. I'll like lean.
And he just like you feel like his fingers touch the side of your face, and he just like breaks down further. Who are exactly as he described?
Who?
Your father.
You know my father? Well, where is he?
And he just like kind of collapses into the chair, and Cheligo kind of puts his hand on Casimir's shoulder and
No.
just kind of breaks down and says,
No.
we tried to, but he was the bravest of all of us, and it
What do you mean?
he kind of like, you know nothing of him.
Oh.
Child. And he just comes and he pulls you in, and he just holds you, and sort of rocks you back and forth.
I want to slip out during this. I don't feel like I should be here for this.
Irina stays. Irina is sort of standing by you, Willa, and just putting a hand on your shoulder, and Winnie, you're sticking by your sister's side. I am Casimir Velikov. Your father, Kir, was my brother.
Here.
I never thought I would see you in my life.
My dad was from here.
In a way, yes, our land was conquered centuries ago by the Count and his forces, and at different moments in time as the mists crept in, our home was captured as well. But our people lived, and we lived relatively safely, harmlessly together. Your father... Your father was... He was a special man. He was the best brother I could have ever asked for. And he loved your mother and you so much. He talked about you every chance he had.
But he didn't even know me. He didn't even...
Very soon after he met your mother, his ability to travel beyond the mists, like all of ours, was cut off. But he said he would dream of you. And he spoke of you as if he was watching your life, as if he was there with you. How old are you?
22.
This would have been 2 decades ago or so. We were... Our people have been hunted here. Chelagal, myself, my sister, Katrina, your aunt, a few others. We are the only ones who survive. We have been purged by the one that Strahd holds close by his side. That demon henchman of his, Rahadin. The most evil one of our race. The traitor to our race. And we had found safe haven after being hunted for what felt like centuries, we thought we had found a safe place. We began to relax. Be stupid. Stop being cautious. As if we could ever escape the land itself. And that is when found us again. Your father he saved my life. And he tried desperately to save others. Your Aunt Patrina was taken by the devil. He still holds her body.
What did he want with her?
His bride, as he won't with any of his women. But your father fell by the sword of Rahadin, and we were unable to stop it. I am so sorry. But I am also so glad that you are here. I never thought I would see you with my own eyes.
I'm glad to meet you. Can we help?
Help. How do you mean help?
I reach into my cloak and he invited us to dinner. If she's there, maybe we could get her.
And you just see the wheels spinning in his head. He kind of like gestures out for you to hand him the letter. And it just like eyes like scanning over and over and over again. He's like, what? Who are you to him? Why does he?
Irina. He wants Irina.
He sort of looks at.
To be his bride.
This friend of yours, yes, Irina, you.
Yeah, but even before we even knew about her, he knew about us.
He knows everything. It's difficult to hide from him within the mists. I do not know what this invitation means. I do not know if it is a trap or if it is genuine. What I can tell you is if there is an opportunity to be inside that castle, take it.
Okay.
We will discuss how we may be able to find Patrina.
Okay.
Sort of sits back down in the chair, and Jellicle just sort of puts another hand on his shoulder, and head is spinning. What? How are you here? What are you doing here? What?
I don't know. I went to a school with my. Oh, this Winnie. This is my sister. Winnie.
You-
we were
You are younger, yes?
Yeah, she's my younger sister.
Yana had another here.
Yeah, with with our with our with Winnie's dad.
Our dad, yeah.
He took very good care of us. Mom wasn't really in the picture at all. But that's Mom. So with school, we ended up just ending up here. I don't really know what happened, how we got here. We were being chased and then just ended up in this place without our professor, and we have no idea how to get home. We've been looking for him for Winnie, how long have we been here?
A week. I think a week.
Gosh, it feels like years. Yeah, so we're just trying to figure out a way to get back home.
I do not know if there is any way for you to get back home, but I will not turn down assistance while you are here. Oh. And he just kind of like jolts up out of the chair and just like runs into the back room. And you hear sort of opening drawers and cabinets, and he comes back holding sort of a piece of fabric, something else. Yeah. He would have wanted you to have these. And he hands you a simple cloak with a large hood, and it as you look closer, you see sort of runes flashing over it. And then he hands out a ring. These were his.
He wore these? I'm going to take the cloak and
What do you hope it smells like?
home.
Does?
I am going to take off my cloak and I'll put it on. And then I'll put the ring on if it will fit. Or actually, no. I will put the ring around my neck. And
Thank
you.
They served him well. I hope you are able to use them as he was.
Thank you.
And he kind of looks over his shoulder at Chaligal and he says, I have a niece. I have two nieces. This is...
So, I'm not related to Celical?
And he's... No, we are not... Casimir and I are not related. We are merely friends.
Oh. Okay. I didn't know if I had another family member.
No, just a friend.
Cool.
And you hear sort of Casimir goes, I could stay up all night hearing stories from you about your mother, about your home. And I will if you are willing. Or rest here, please stay with us. Spend days, weeks, however long you want to stay with us. You are welcome here in our home.
Thank you, Uncle. Thank you. I can't stay up all night, but I'd love to stay up for a few hours. And I'd like to tell you about my dad. The dad at home.
Do you have a picture of Willa's father?
I don't.
No, I was
but-
asking Casimir.
I do not. And Cheligal says, "Well, you sort of do." Fraternal twins, I guess you would call us. So, picture this face, but less handsome and a little puffier, and you have a bit of an approximation, I suppose.
Tyler, can I use my artificer tinkering to project this image that he just described?
Yeah. Where
Like
do you
this?
project it? On the wall?
Yeah.
Or
mhm.
on I guess it would have to be on a piece of something. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll pull out one of the 20 pieces of parchment Lady Isadora bought.
And he just sort of the hand goes back to his mouth and he just says,
Like that?
that is pretty close, yes.
What's missing? What am I missing here?
He had more lines around his eyes. I aged much more gracefully than my brother did. And
How old?
the facial hair,
was
he did not have this luscious goatee that I am able to sport, but
And I'll keep doing this with Casimir until I get it pretty close, and then I'll give it to Willa once we get it pretty close.
yeah.
I'll take it and I'll kind of hold it up and look at it.
I'll change it real
And then-
quick to give it one of those handlebar mustaches.
And I'll hug it. Thank you. I love it. Yeah, so I will spend some time with him, talking about Dad and talking about Winnie and talking about Mom. Not much about Mom, though. She's not really there. But yeah, talking about our life at home.
Zoot, Isadora, what are you gonna? It's getting late. It's getting late on. Zoot, Lunella's just kind of you had your dance, and then she's kind of just lingering, awkwardly.
Oh yeah, I have. Hold on. There we go. I have been telling stories to pass the time about, just like I did at the last encampment, right? Once the air is light enough and jovial enough and drinks are passed around, I'm just telling old stories of the old, clan that I was with. So I'm probably just finishing up one of these stories as we cut back. I think so I'll be standing with my arms big and wide spread out, just having enacted some battle of some sort, and I say, and then Handax, he turns and he says, "Knock the dot, you rocky, trail where dot, trail guilt." Hold on, Common. He says, keep your enemies close, but keep your friends closer. He's got the whole thing backwards.
Uproar of laughter, yeah. Laugh track.
I'm absolutely Isadora's not feeling this tonight. She's at the edges of the crowd. She's kind of keeping to herself, but at the very end of the night, when she notices Lunella eyeing Zoot up and down, she's ready to go. She's just gonna holler out, "Zoot, are you coming to bed yet?"
No, not yet. I've got 14 more stories and 16 more drinks.
Walking.
She's just gonna glance at Lunella to see if she's gonna leave him alone, and then she's gonna go to bed.
Lunella knows what she wants.
Oh no! All right, well you're on your own. I did what I could.
She's
for
hanging
you.
around. She's gonna wait and see
I
how
did
this
what I
pans
could.
out. Been a while since she's seen a dragon.
And those two guys are wondering how a wyvern-born would ever come to be.
So, you all find your way to rest at some point, I'm assuming, yes?
Got the bubble, right? Dome.
Yeah, so
Our own tent.
Willa can sort of call up the hut. Tiny hut.
Oh, but we all have to be in the hut first, right? There's no enter exit.
There is no enter exit, yeah. You would have to
Cool. Okay.
sort of all be together, and then Willow will sort of build the hut around you.
I'll see.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can I see if the family wants to join?
Yeah.
I can fit up to 8 people.
And they both, Cheligal and Casimir, kind of politely decline.
Okay, just kidding.
But we do appreciate not trying to cram all 5 of you
Oh, of course.
in our home as well, but this seems like you have a solution.
Yep.
And I just got an 18 on insight. So I think Zoot is going to pick up on the social cue that they can't go to sleep until I'm done, because they can't put the hut up until I'm there.
Right.
So I'm going to cut it short after 3 stories. I'll finish telling the story of the twin gods, and then I will march my way over to the rest of them, sitting patiently waiting for me. And I'll say, "You were right. You were right, Hector. We really needed a night like this. I am fully recharged for battle tomorrow."
Full credit to Willa, but yes, it was good.
Good.
Sorry, I have to refresh again. My fucking computer tonight. I will be back.
No, you're fine. Are you sure you don't want to stay up?
No. If I stay up, then I can't get in. Isn't that what you said?
That is true, but I mean, if you could always sleep somewhere else.
Oh, no, not in a heartbeat. If I sleep somewhere else and somebody attacks
Sleep
us...
next to Lady Isadora. You know, they have to sleep together, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, we don't have to. I just want to make sure I'm here in case anything goes wrong, as usual.
Hey, I think we'll be okay.
What
We're
could
among
possibly
family.
go wrong? It's not like we're in Barovia.
If you want to stay up, you can. I'm just giving that to you as an option. He's my family, Zoot.
Who?
Casimir is my uncle.
And just so we're on the same page, Casimir is the guy who we already talked to inside with the workshop.
No,
Zoot
not the
has
hot
not
one.
met
This one's much
Casimir.
older.
Remember.
You have the
Oh.
picture. You have the picture. Here, I'll project a picture of Casimir.
He looks like my dad, but
Okay, sure. Like another elf. Okay.
This time, Tyler, when she shows it, he has a top hat on with a monocle.
Love it.
He's very stylish.
Yeah.
Casimir is your dad. Who would have guessed?
No. His brother is.
Okay, I'm going to bed. You've already made. I can't think this hard this late.
Yeah. Okay. So I am going to do tiny hut, and it'll kind of spring into existence.
Tiny hut. Y'all bed down for the even.
Before I go to sleep, I'm going to write a song for Casimir.
As soon as we're all 4 finished and turned in, I'll shoot up out of my bed. Oh, wait, I forgot to tell you guys, there's a dragon! We have to find the D for dragon!
It was D for dad.
I already found the dad! D for dragon!
Dragon?
What?
I'm gonna pass out and just fall asleep.
Did he say dragon?
Nah, he couldn't have.
Okay. Yeah.
There's
It
no-
couldn't get any worse here, right?
How could a dragon live here?
I don't know. Huh. I'm just gonna roll over and go to sleep.
You all head to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Hey. You're all sleeping in the hut, sort of at the outskirts.
Oh no, are we
on
gonna
the
get into the dream sequence?
God.
ground of the camp, and it's a long rest in Barovia, so of course you're gonna have some dreams. And they're pretty nice this evening. Zoot, you dream of like shimmering beach, it seems. Thanks, James. Thanks for that.
I'm dreaming.
And you see sort of the sun, bright sun, shining, glinting off of what look like silver seashells. But then you sort of fly out further, and as you move farther away from this beach that you've been sort of walking on, you felt your figure walking across these tough, shiny, not shells, but scales. And you see below you a figure start to emerge as you fly higher and higher away from the scales. And you watch as these two large silver wings unfurl from beneath you. And you see the shining glimmer of silver as the sun sort of crests. And a glare sort of runs up the back of the enormous silver creature. And it lifts off into the air and begins to fly with you. Isadora, you feel refreshed. At home. Like you haven't felt in days.
A lot longer.
And you feel warmth. And once again, you sort of roll over onto your side. And he's there. He's just gently stroking your hair.
Oh, I lost you. You cut out a moment ago. I'm at
Yep.
peace. I feel calm.
So
I feel at home.
you
in a way.
roll over, and he is there. He's stroking your hair, holding you, laying beside you, and just pulls you in close to him. And whispers, "Ask for my help. It is not Ismark."
Fuck this. Fuck this.
Winnie, you have really interesting vision this evening. And you see yourself. You're sort of watching yourself in the third person as you move through the town of Vallaki. The streets are both familiar and different. Places that you knew were in one location aren't. They're replaced with other shops, other locations. People who you met are blended together. Itzek, but with the face of Erwin. Father Lucian, but Strahd's face. And you move through the town of Vallaki. And you are able to hear the thoughts of every individual as you walk by. You can sense their innermost desires. You hear their voices inside your head as clear as if they were standing in front of you talking to you. You know exactly what the devil is thinking. You hear. All you have to do, Winter, is ask. Willa. You're visited by a voice that you now recognize because it sounds like Casimir. It's not him, but it's someone who is clearly kin. Chuckles. You found me. I am so grateful that you found me. I will continue to help you. All you must do is ask. And the four of you wake up in the morning, refreshed, renewed. Nell, I really wanted that to be Rose, just popping up in the wig.
My camera's getting so fucked up every time I turn it on and off. I thought I'd just hide instead of try to turn it
I
off.
love it. I just wanted you to swap with Rose for that instant.
Oh, I wish.
Is she still there? I thought she left.
Oh, no, she's out in the living room hanging out with Allie.
Oh, nice.
Willa. One of the things, and we'll sort of deal with this in the off time, but one of the things you realize now, and it's going to affect a few things. You are not a half-elf. You are Elven. You are High Elven. And Dusk Elven. And that has some ramifications.
Oh.
We will talk about what that means in the intervening days. You also know, after spending some time with them, you received these trinkets from your father. A cloak of elven kind and a ring of spell storing. The four of you wake up. Tiny hut sort of blinks out of existence.
Wizard magic.
And it's a pretty bright, sunny-ish, as sunny as it can be in Barovia. Morning for you all. The group is sort of together in the hut outside of Cheligol and Casimir's little hovel there. And the question is, what's next for the five of you?
Winery.
So the silver dragon
order.
is going to kill the devil. Okay, you didn't hear the whole story. But there's a dragon and it's silver, and a long time ago it came here to kill the devil and it couldn't, but it didn't have our help. And I think it's still out there. And if we can find it, we can work together with it, and we can kill the devil once and for all. Who is with me? Ah!
I'm gonna kill the fuck out of him.
Who? The dragon? The devil?
Oh, I'm gonna kill everything that Strahd loves, except for Irina.
She just kind of nods. But remember,
Hey,
you
you're still
wanted
here.
to kill me at one point.
I never wanted to
I'll
kill
never
her.
let you live that down.
I love her. You are the greatest, Irina. What would we do without you?
No, we're gonna kill him.
Have y'all been having some weird dreams?
Like the Dream Pie dreams?
No. And yes.
No and yes.
Yeah.
Not well.
I keep having the same
Yes
thing,
and yes.
things said to me over and over again.
I will
Can I
seek your
just-
aid. Yeah.
No.
Ask for help.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ask for my help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think it's Strahd.
I'm pretty worried about that. Yeah.
How can he pervade our dreams like that?
I don't know.
It's definitely
even-
Strahd, though. I can tell you that much.
No, wait.
I don't know if it's definitely Strahd. There are a lot of very powerful forces in this realm. I think there's a strong chance it's Strahd. I think it's possible there are other things just as
His face came to the word last
Interested in
night,
that.
so I think it might be him.
He didn't ask me for help last night, but you know who did? A no, hold on. We gotta find a dragon.
How do you find a dragon? Do we just?
Uh,
I've never.
The same way that people have been finding dragons for centuries.
By accident?
Tyler, how have people been finding dragons for centuries?
Is this where we all roll history?
I
I'm
would
good at history.
say
Let's do it.
technically I am a ranger now. with
looking at the
zero
sky
knowledge
and
about
hoping you
dragons.
see something with wings.
Why,
By
let's do, darling. Let's go to this winery, pay off one debt, keep an eye on the sky for the dragon. The winery is under B for beverages, and the dragon is under D, so it's the winery first.
Okay.
Beverages and then dragon.
Yeah.
3 days until dinner. How long will it take us to get there?
The winery, I think, was close. It's not even on this piece of shit fucking map. I'm not even going to pretend it's useful. It is on a piece of shit fucking map? Oh my god.
Irina just sort
My
of.
Discord is
Irina
closed.
just
My
sort of-
Discord has crashed.
No, Irina just kind of like points.
I'm an asshole. I didn't sleep very
says,
well.
Ismark, he's a bit of an
Yeah.
abstract artist. The grapes in the corner there, that is where.
Pretty
He
close.
sort of points over to the grapes.
Well,
Is-
I'm
is
glad
that-
I don't want anything from him, insulting his artwork like that.
And Irina sort of looks at it and goes, it is probably, would say, another day at least on the road.
So we can get there in a day, spend a day there, and make it back in time for dinner.
I think that is probably true, yes.
This dinner's a bad idea.
Then I vote that's what we do.
Can we do lunch? Because D is for dragon, not for
Oh
dinner.
my god, I see the fucking grapes. I see them. I see them now. They're beautiful grapes. They look exactly like grapes. A name, a key, any sort of labeling would have been helpful, but I'll give him, there sure are some grapes in that spot on the map. I
Well,
love
you know,
that the Canada City is my drew this fucking map.
Zoot, you know, B for breakfast comes before D for dragons.
No. B for beverages. Remember, that's what Hector said. So we got to do lunch.
No. It's B for breakfast. B for breakfast.
Hector, B for beverages or B for breakfast?
It is B for beverages, C for curing our hunger. Which means we walk to the beverages and eat while we walk.
Well, there you go. So with that plan to head to the winery,
Oh boy.
we will end tonight's session there, since you've got
Oh my gosh.
a hearty day of travel ahead of you, and all Zoot's going to be doing the whole time is looking at the sky and thinking that he sees dragons. So thank you, everybody, for joining us and being with us tonight. Players, anybody got any plugs? Anything that they want to mention?
Metagame starts in a motherfucking week.
Metagame!
Metagame hype.
Rogue Sparrow, we've got hyping coming up. Got some campaign drama dropping. So James,
That's right, Steven. We're gonna see you on this stream. I see you in chat.
Yeah, we are.
You gotta sit here now.
We'll have three series happening, 3 campaigns. We're basically, a
Or if you
syndicated
count
network
Playtest
at this
Tuesday.
point. And
Yeah.
4 if you count Playtest Tuesday. So we are prime time coming at you Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday?
Yes.
Yeah.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Sunday. I think John is Sunday.
Sunday for John.
So Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Starting shortly, we will have a continuous block of programming throughout the week. So stick around. Lots of fun things happening here at Quelmar. Anybody else got anything?
I will at some point.
Okay.
That's
James,
not now.
please don't forget my sweatshirt.
Yes. and make sure this is in the VOD. I
It's my
Yes.
favorite piece
Put
of
it in
I will
the
give
VOD.
Jeff the sweater. It's in the
I want
VOD.
it back.
Put it
I
in
want it back.
the VOD. All right, y'all. Have a good night. We'll see you next week. And until then...
Keep rolling those dice.
Ah! So loud.
Oh, God.